Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires Part 19 of my Nakai the Wanderer Campaign, where we are currently fighting our way through hordes and hordes of dwarves. That's right, endless waves of small stunty people are threatening our trek south to deal with the Greenskins, who are the actual faction we actually need to kill. Which is a little bit weird, but let's do a retrospective. How do we reach this point? How do we reach the point where we're fighting off wave upon wave of dwarves to try and kill the Greenskins, who the dwarves are sort of protecting? Well, first we came down into Sylvania, and I declared war on the vampire counts, not realizing that the dwarves were military allies with the vampires. Yes, that's right. The dwarves and the vampires were BFFs. How did that work? The likely way that worked is because the Greenskins probably confederated the Orc factions over here early on. The Orcs then were at war with the vampires, the dwarves were killing the Orcs and the vampires were fighting, so therefore the Orcs and the vampires were fighting, the dwarves and the Orcs were fighting, therefore the dwarves and the vampires became friends over the fact they were killing Greenskins, and then they eventually had a military alliance together. So we went into war with the vampires, we then had to go war with the dwarves. Now, realistically, there's not really any... I mean, although it was an accident, there's not really any way I could have changed how... Because I needed to kill the vampires. The vampires needed to die. I was going to have to be at war with the dwarves. Now, the problem is that the dwarves seem to have endless fucking numbers. I don't quite know whether the dwarf economy was changed in the last patch, but basically the dwarves seem to have endless numbers of stacks of troops to throw in our direction, which is a bit of a problem. Now, I think there's been a couple of comments. It's fair to say that I am more of a defensive player. And some people have said, well, your armies are too expensive. Well, actually, I mean, Nakai's army is only 2,821. I mean, realistically, for an actual army, that's really cheap. That's pretty bloody cheap. Did we lose a guy? I was going to get more Temple Guard, wasn't I? And then I changed my mind. I was going to get these. Boff. Okay, so Nakai's stack is 3k upkeep. It's not actually that expensive. And I will say this, the fact that the AI does not have to worry about logistics. They can have as many stacks as they like. They just have to upkeep the units, which they do have to pay for. Now, because they can have as many stacks as they like, and the fact that you have to pay 15% additional upkeep for each additional stack means that, in my opinion, and I could be wrong here, but in my opinion, having lots of stacks of low quality troops isn't worth it, because they won't be able to defeat the enemy AI stacks. They'll just die unless you've got more of them, but each stack you have is then an additional 15% upkeep across the entire board. At some point, even the really cheap troops become prohibitively expensive because of the sheer number of armies you've got. So, in my opinion, it makes sense to have a stack that can basically take on multiple enemy stacks, which we've seen that Nakai's army can do. I mean, it's not ideal, but he can do it. Ideally, you want to take on each enemy stack one by one and easily wipe them. And that may not be the most, entertaining way of doing it, but it certainly is the most effective. It's the most systematically effective way of defeating an enemy faction in Total War Warhammer. Have an army that is much stronger than theirs, wipe them out one by one. The problem can be where they throw multiple stacks at you, and then you can be in a bit of trouble. But even then, if you've got a strong stack, if you've got a good defensive position, and because the AI is incredibly derpy at some point, you can still win. So, to be honest, I'd be interested to see someone having a Nakai. Obviously, Nakai doesn't have to worry too much about upkeep because he doesn't have the supply lines thing. But even still, you're not going to be upkeeping many armies. I mean, we've got Kermit the Frog here. His army is fine. It's about 4k. It actually costs more than Nakai's army, and that's because he doesn't have all the upkeep reduction bonuses that Nakai does. So with that in mind, I think, to be honest, I'm doing pretty well. So, whatever. Also, I've been checking out some of the mods that we could play. I've been thinking about maybe playing the Blue Vipers. Now, interestingly, in fact, what we'll do is... where's Scaly Popcorn? Scaly Popcorn's over there. Can we try and bop you? We can't assassinate because he's tired. Oh, right. Well, tell you what. Come over here and we'll just keep an eye out what's going on. Fair enough. Right, here and up move. The Great Zon Memo. Can you come down here? There's ghosts. We're being haunted and there's not much I can do about it, so we're just going to scooch down here just keep an eye out for what the dwarves are up to. And we've also got Lunzakul, who is roaming around here. All the greenskins seem to be concentrated at Argul Migdal, and the dwarves are kind of in my way to wipe them out. Chaos has arrived as well. That's causing me some issues because they are taking up my settlements. However, they're going to have to fight their way through dwarves, and hopefully they might find that they've bitten off more than they can chew there. Assuming, does this have a garrison? It does not. Of course it doesn't. Of course it fucking doesn't. If it had a garrison, it might hold, but it probably won't. But it might slow them down. It's a speed bump. The dwarves are a speed bump. They are a military ally, but if they're a speed bump, so be it. Anyway, so we'll end the turn while I'm yabbering on. So I was looking at maybe playing the Blue Vipers. Now, what I have found is quite interesting, and that's the fact that Savage Orc factions, that is, factions that are just Savage Orcs, like the Blue Vipers, are actually not Orc factions. They're Savage Orc factions. That might seem like a small difference, but in fact it's pretty massive, because Savage Orc factions can't build settlements over level 3. They also have no access to public order or corruption buildings. Which means that although there is a mod that lets you play the Blue Vipers, if you play the Blue Vipers, you don't get any public order buildings, which obviously makes the campaign a little bit of a struggle. Also, you have no anti-corruption buildings, which means that it also makes that a bit more of a struggle. You do have, to be fair, the building which can detect Skaven undercities, and that does cut the effect of corruption on public order by half. However, it's still not enough. The Blue Vipers starts in Mortal Empires with Slostra in their province. And because of that, the corruption in their starting province is pretty high. Because they have no anti-corruption buildings, and there's always going to be at least one vampiric corruption from local populace, it means that that province will, at its base level, have 25% vampiric corruption, thereby also increasing your public order problems, which also you can't fight. So, while it does sound like a good idea, in practice, it's a terrible fucking idea. So we won't be doing that. We won't be doing Blue Vipers. Just not feasible, unfortunately. But I'm thinking maybe Wurzag could be quite fun. Maybe do some Wurzag. I don't think the green skin update is going to be for about 6 months. So I don't think there's any problem with doing a green skin campaign now and then maybe one later on when they get the update. I might do a Scarstic one later on. We'll see how that goes. But I think I'm thinking Wurzag, maybe Azhag. I'm sort of Wurzag or Azhag, one of those two, or Katep. I think that's kind of what I'm aiming towards now. So we've got a thing. Fine. Nothing particularly interesting. A ghosted suicide itself. That's okay. Shall we see if we can? There's another. Is it this orcs as well? So there's another orc settlement down here. There it is. Numus. Numus has fallen to the greenskins. There's a couple of
The greatest artist. Awake the Necrosphinx.
Okay, not quite sure why you guys are just you're inside the city walls staring out. Not quite sure what's going on there. We've also got
Submit to your king.
King Intez, King Intez, and the greenskins are currently surrounded. Well, there's Wurzag. I think there's Grimgor, Azhag, and Wurzag all sort of clustered together, surrounded by dwarves and Tomb Kings. So, fun times there. Right. Let's go and hit Iron Rock. We will encircle. And we'll bring in Hi-Ho Kermit the Frog as well. Why the hell not? And we've also got Quinoa. That's it. Bring everyone in. Everyone's going to get in on the action. I mean, that works for me. And they do have a big garrison here. Shall we fight this one just for funsies? Yeah, let's fight this one just for funsies. Off go our whirlwinds. We only get one use of them, unfortunately, because we've lost some blue settlements, blue shrines. But frankly, I think it did quite a lot of damage to these thunderers. which is good, because Thunderers are bad. And not bad in a sort of, they're just a rubbish unit, but they're actually very, very effective, and that's the problem. So blatting them, good stuff. Right, and then our army is advancing. Here comes Onzinner Arm, there's Barney behind him, Denver there, there's Arlo. Onzinner Arm heading straight in. And getting poisoned? Yes, getting poisoned by his own side. And no, he wasn't poisoned, holy shit. So sitting on some hammerers there, that's working out quite nicely. Poor old Barney getting absolutely just on fire, leaving a fiery avatar of himself behind as he takes yet more satchel charges. Bloody long beards. No, Iron Breakers, that's the one. Yeah, the Iron Breakers are being an absolute pain in the ass. Our poor blessed Carnosaur taking quite the beating. Fortunately, reinforcements are arriving. Sertamat and Skink cohorts turning up to lend assistance, bludgeoning his way through the hammerers there. Fantastic work. Good job. Ion Cannon is burning its way through some of these Quarrelers. That's the one. And into the Thunderers as well. Cuts off just before it reaches them. But fortunately, the Salamanders have arrived on the flank to add to the chaos. Poor old Barney's actually taking a lot of punishment. He's just soaking up fire from the Thunderers. Elsewhere, the dwarf line is collapsing, as is tradition, as they get jumped up and down by dinosaurs. And we do have some miners with blasting charges over here, killing the scale babies. Poor old scale babies. They'll never turn into scale young men. Oh no, Sertamat's turned up. He's going to lend some assistance. Good old Sertamat. He's always where you need him, isn't he? Bless his little cotton socks. He doesn't wear cotton socks, obviously. He's a skink. He doesn't need to. The dwarves fleeing in all directions. We've got the blessed horned ones mowing down anyone they can find. The bolt throwers being attacked by feral cold ones. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they're just running them down. Running down everyone they can find. Good stuff. Salamanders wiping out the last few Thunderers, and poor old Barney taking quite the beating. He's basically just been soaking Thunderer fire the entire battle. The Salamanders, though, just getting those Thunderers off his back. And the rest of our lizard men murdering every short, stunty, hairy bastard they can find. Oh, not much finesse there, but I'll take it. Let's go blue. Ooh, glittering scales. I was actually looking for that, wasn't I? Because artifact hunter, all that kind of good stuff. Right, so because Lord Croak has a thing which reduces melee attack -9. So if we give Arlo, he's got the brass cleaver though. In arm. We could give you no, because it's armor, isn't it? Duh. So I could give you glittering scale. If I keep those guys together, that then reduces the enemy melee attack by 14 in a radius around them, which means wherever they are, the enemy aren't going to be doing an awful lot. Right, we can't reach that guy. We could head. I mean, Black Crag is making quite a lot of money. I mean, look, even Doc Karaz is making almost 700 just by itself. 1,740, 740. All of their settlements are making at least 600 each. That's how they're affording all their armies. I mean, Focus of Mysteries. That's, yeah, becalming. Then Sertamat, you can have fleet-footed. Can you give me a little speedier? And Eau de Clen, Porhom, you can have something like that. Do we go for Black Crag? Is Black Crag defended? It does have a big garrison. Right, Kermit, you're heading this way. You're going to take Karagdron. We'll send Quinoa with you. And there's so many ghosts around here. I'm going to bring Nakai over here, and then he's going to do a little ambush, just to see if we can lure the... We'll probably get spotted, because there's so many ghosts around here. But we might get lucky. Right, we know where the greenskins are. We need to kill the greenskins. We also need more favour. But we're getting 136 favour a turn, so we don't spend any from now. We should then be able to win the campaign, and potentially either play Wurzag or Katep, or maybe Azhag, depending on how I feel. For those asking where the vote is, there is no vote. I used to do votes, but it just got annoying. Democracy failed, so it's now a dictatorship. With my iron fist within another iron glove. That's how we roll. There's no point searching ruins, is there? Where did Volkmar go? Kingsglade's been burned. I guess we just need to keep harassing the Wood Elves. Sakul, do you want to come down here with me? And you'll see a world of pure imagination. Probably filled with fucking dwarves. Hello, Mazda Mundi. You want a military alliance? I will take your military alliance. Oh, you've actually... Holy shit, you've actually managed to do stuff. You've oh, good job, Mazda Mundi. Nice work. Didn't think you had it in you. But look at you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Now, poor old Mazda Mundi. All of the Slan for Lizardmen got updates. Mazda Mundi did not. So there is a mod that actually gives him the second spawning traits, which is more Winds of Magic and all that kind of good stuff, which kind of feels about right. I guess it could be said that Mazda Mundi is, you know, pretty... He's a legendary lord, so it's slightly different, but he kind of does need the extra strength, in my opinion. He is a Slan. He is a Caster Lord, which... Caster Lords are... Oh, Mazda Mundi. Oh, you're okay. Were you okay? Did you get sacked? Okay, you are... Oh, you're assaulting me. You bastard. You absolute bastard. Oh, hello. Oh, you're trying to sneak past? Skorgigny Clan Breaker. I'll break your clan. Don't know what that means. That tunnel down there is very much a nope tunnel, isn't it? There's too many very large cobwebs for me to decide to venture down there. That looks like, yeah, that's too many. That's too many spiders. I'm going to just eyeball a little vortex here, see if we can do some damage. And you know what? That's pretty good. Considering I just guessed the time, it's actually going to cut through quite a few of the dwarf units, doing quite significant damage to the dwarf's right flank. Look at that. That's not bad, is it? Pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased. I mean, the rest of the dwarf army isn't anything really to... I mean, they don't really stand a chance, to be honest. Got some Thunderers. Thunderers are nasty. As we know, Barney knows. Barney is currently in the back rank because he took quite a beating last time. We don't want him to have concentrated Thunderer fire on him this time. That would be a very bad decision. We've got some Razor Hunting Pack coming in. They're going to try and take up the Grumbling Guard and some Feral Cold ones because we've got a lot of Thunderers just sort of blocked up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to spread our Feral Cold ones out and we're going to hit every single one of these guys, send them flying, keep them busy. Going to make the Blessed Temple Guard invulnerables because they were taking some Thunderer fire, but they should be fine. They're going to clash with some of these Longbeards. Backed up by the Sacred Croxagore, who are also going to smash into the Thunderers and wipe them out. They're no longer an issue. Victory is already in our grasp, as you know, as we expected. Little blat there from Croak knocks out some more Thunderers. We're also going to have a little Ion Cannon blast here, which is going to do significant... Holy shit! I mean, Barney does take some Ion Cannon. But I think he's okay. He's going to shrug that off. The dwarves, though, Jesus Christ. Arlo, 104 kills. Holy balls. I mean, that's. I mean, and that was like, that was Longbeards and bloody Ironbreakers as well. Jesus, they're down for the count. Denver's enjoying himself. That's nice to see. And it looks like the Sacred Cotswold just trying to lock down these Thunderers. Not that we need to, because the enemy army is shattered. Smashed with a brutal charge. I have legitimately lost count of the number of dwarf stacks I've wiped out. Completely lost count. Okay, well that's one more dead. There's another one also to kill. Oh, the Great Zorn Memo's died again. Right, this army's marching, which means it's going to be tired, which is going to make life a little bit easier. Another stack is being raised. Azhag's moving down to... Oh, no, Azhag did not do very well there. Azhag died. So the Greenskins are down to one province, which means we could win at any time. Potentially. Potentially. Okay, well that guy's dead. Great, there's a memo. Also got stabbed. Volkmar's being spotted. Skelly Popcorn is blessed. Hashtag blessed. Look at that. What? Where is he? He's over there. Is he getting assaulted by wood elves? Stab him back. Good job. Right, killed him. Good job. Yeah, great. So memo. Assassinate failure. Good. Skelly Popcorn is executioner. Nice work. He's our... How about Pterodon to fly around on me? That's, you know, why not? Why the bolly not? Right, let's bring Quinoa in. We'll also bring Hi-Ho Kermit the Frog in. And we'll bop that. And let's go for a green. We're continuing to lose settlements in the north, but so far we've replaced them with those we've captured in the south, so could be worse. I think we can just bop this one. Or quick save it first. Just to be on the safe side. I'll take that. Just because I've killed so many dwarves now. I've just lost interest in killing dwarves. If we go over here, then we can camp up and replenish. Something like that. Arlo, you're going to you've Thunderbolt, to be honest, you've pretty much got everything. And Lord Croak is we already got that. Higher state of consciousness. I'll just have replenished troops. I think we've already maxed out our replenishment, just in case. And Onzin Arm, thick-skinned. That way you've got 110 armor, 42 melee defense, 61 melee attacks, 662 weapon strength. Holy shits. Pretty good. And Quinoa's ranked up, which means he can have the Awakening of the Wood. That's right. How exciting for him. Getting all that wood. Let's get... If we get the sequence of military, that will make good? Make happy? Something? Sure. Let's do that. I'm wondering if we've got... Right. Oh, yeah, we could confederate them. The only thing is, it doesn't really seem like much point. Like, unless we needed their settlements to win, because all it'll do, it'll turn these into defenders of the old ones or Great Plan or whatever it is, and then we'll get these armies as hordes, which we can't afford them anyway, so we may as well just keep them as allies, and that's probably a better option. That's my thinking. Could be wrong. Citation needed. So we're going to hit Black Crag. We're going to deal with that. The garrison there is beefy, but easily over... God, are they... Crooked Moon Mutinous Git's still alive. How?
What are you good swans?
Because you're not at war with the dwarves. How the fuck are you not at war with the dwarves? The dwarves are just so busy trying to kill me, they don't have time to knock you out. Holy shit. I mean, I guess we can just harass. Hinder replenishment. Failure. Well, never mind. Yeah, the Greenskins got 1 settlement left. We just need 1,000 Old One favour and to knock out the Greenskins. The Dwarves might do it for us, but I'm not going to count that. I think they'll be racing their armies northward to try and knock me out instead. But the Tomb Kings might do it for us. You never know. Cetra might, you know, do us a favour and kill all the Greenskins. Fingers crossed. Hi, Cetra. You want non-aggression pact? You know what? I'm 100% behind you. Why do you like me? You don't like my war against the dwarves, or my military actions, or hero actions, and you've got an aversion, but otherwise you like the fact that I've been kicking the shit out of everyone else. Fair enough. I wonder if maybe we can peace out with the dwarves. I mean, I kind of feel bad for killing the dwarves. You know, they are forces of order after all, and they're actually pretty immune to chaos corruption. So, you know, of all the races that we're bopping, the dwarves should be kind of quite low down the bopping order, in my opinion. Hello, Bajark, Black Raider. You want an aggression pact? You're willing to pay me. You're at war with the chaos. Sure, we'll have a, I guess. Doesn't seem to be a big problem there. Fine. Fine, I think. Servants of the Hound. Norscan incursion. Income from sacking or just treasure? Let's destroy the interlopers. Get income from sacking. Seen as. We are just around the corner from Black Crack. Now, right.
Talk then, but I make no oath for surety.
Come on, dwarves. Let's be friends. I mean, yes, my military actions against the dwarves might be considered somewhat genocidal, but we could potentially be friends with them. The only problem is, it's going to take me quite a while to... I guess if we peace out with them, they might go and kill the Greenskins for us. But we're losing settlements in the north. We can see chaos on the march already. And how are we going to replace our lost settlements if we peace out with them? Let's have a quick look. How are we doing? No, that's diplomacy. That's the wrong one. That one. Right, we've currently got 41 out of 40 settlements required. If we lose more to chaos, which is, I'm going to be honest, a certainty rather than a potential, because chaos has decided to go after me rather than head south into Kislev. I guess it must be a shock for them. They're heading to find reinforcements. You know, they've come down from the chaos waste. They're like, the Norskans. They follow the same gods. They will join us. And they go there and it's just a bunch of lizards hanging out in the cold. Just shivering. I mean, that must be quite a jarring experience for them. I think we're just going to have to keep heading south, shall we? You know what? Let's bop that. Right. We are still quite far away, isn't it? Still quite far away, but we're gonna head for it. Now there's still dwarf stacks out here, but the more we capture, the less armies they can throw at us. Let's maybe bring you back away from here. How does the Empire like us? It's generally fine. It's getting better. The war against the dwarves is losing us a little bit of relations, but it's not. It could be significantly worse. We're going to keep you around here because I want to keep an eye out. Now, what we need to do is we need to come down here straight into Argd. We need to take out the orcs. That's what we need to do. I'm going to bring you guys down here. Now, I can't see any more dwarf armies on the horizon, so what we could do is move Kermit, take Dot Karaz, Stone Mine Tower, Bitterstone Mine, just secure this territory for us. The dwarves are massing in the hills over here, but I'm just going to let them. If we lose some settlements to them, it's not the end of the world. We just need to keep cracking on, heading south, taking that territory. Nakai has even more campaign movement range. Excellent, that's what we need. Need to move fast. Got to go fast. Would like to see Mazdamundi doing a little bit more, but at least he's now kind of broken out of Hwatl. Hwatl? I want to say Hwatl. Hexotl? Hwatl. I think it's Hwatl. At least he's broken out of that, although he has just lost a settlement to Marathi. Sure. Sure, why not? Apparently Quinoa, that's the one. Quinoa was assaulted again by a ghost. Phew, that's not very good, is it? And Skelly Popcorn was unfortunately wounded. And apparently that was fine. A ghost trying to kill a mummy. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Bit weird, but it failed. Okay, do we want to head down here? Or do we want to just keep going? Right, what I'm going to do... I want to do that, but that's next turn. Okay, we'll wait one more turn and we'll do that. What I am going to do is... This only costs 150 favour, so we're going to do that. Glyph of Defiance. We're going to... I think there is a settlement down here, so we're just going to traipse our way through the Badlands. It's going to take a little bit of attrition, but it shouldn't be too bad. We are pretty close now. I'm going to head out. I think there is a settlement over here. So if we come down, grab that, then head straight through the desert, straight for Argdu Migdal, take that. The dwarves are continuing to mass. Let's go and take Black Crag. Oda Klen. You're going to get Scar Veteran. I feel like maybe getting Quinoa some more units. Or some units. Unfortunately, you don't... Oh, it'd take you 2 turns to recruit them, wouldn't it? Okay, new plan. You can't trade. Fine, no problem. Good. That's fine. Build that. Money is, at the moment, not really an issue, so we won't worry too much about that. Right. So we need to head south, grab this, kill greenskins, then we'll be fine. And there's a dwarf army over here, which is quite scary. Well, actually, the Iron Drakes aren't actually... I mean, they're good in support, but that many Iron Drakes probably not going to help them all that much. So we should be able to knock them out. And it looks like the defenders of the Great Plan, apparently going on holiday to Nagaron. Not sure why. Kind of heading in the wrong direction, guys. Chaos is the other way, but never mind, I guess. Trespasser. Right. Fight beside the armies of Lustria. Join your war against Skeggy. You're going to get... I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure, why not? I don't really care. King Itterbom, you want a military alliance? You are at war with Chaos, with those guys, with the Necrax Brotherhood, and the Greenskins. All right. I don't see a problem with that. So sure, why not? Let's be friends. One lizard to a mummy. I mean, we've got a mummy in our army, so maybe you've got something in common there. Not sure. Nice to see, though. Bit of lizard mummy solidarity going on there. It looks like the defenders of the Great Plan are moving to relieve the siege of Karon Kar, which is strange. Right, Kingland Ironhammer. Okay, fact, wasn't Musalon already dead? And the Great Zomemo is back. Right of Awakening, right of Mastery, blah, 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 blah. Right, we want to do this. So let's do that right. That will cause attrition in all of our provinces, which includes, hopefully, if we go up here, yes, these guys over here now taking attrition. Good. And we've also seen the Empire is moving to intercept Chaos. They've actually just camped outside the Tower of Crack there, and looks like they might be moving north to deal with the Chaos incursion. Good stuff there, while we move south to continue murdering dwarves, apparently. It's probably fine. Death Gorge has fallen. In that case, shall we just... We're just going to continue south. Just going to rush south. Let's croak. Tunnel guard. Let's go irrepressible just because reasons. I don't really have a reason, but we're going to do it anyway. Hello.
Most masterful of masters.
Hello, Clan Moors.
You have fought pestilence, yes. They are nothing to Clan Moors.
Well, no, but also no, I haven't fought Clan Pestilence. Been kind of busy up north, actually. You were also at war with the Greenskins. The Greenskins, they've got quite a few enemies, haven't they? Not doing very well on the friend front. But I guess that's to be expected. What I'm going to try and do here, we're going to send Hi-Ho Kermit the Frog. He's going to go and sit here. And then Quinoa is going to mosey on over here. And I'm hoping what he's going to do is lure in some of these armies to come and try and have a go at him and then die horribly. That would be really nice. Let's go and assault Alaric. Success. Good job. Did nothing, apparently.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
No. Well. Oh, that's you hindered replenishment. That's not Sarkul, is it? It's that. There's Sarkul. Assault. You failed. Well, never mind. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Right. So, need more favour, but we're almost there. We're also heading towards the Orcs, who, I'm going to be honest, are surrounded by enemies on all sides and could well die at any time. It would be a bit anticlimactic to charge all the way down there and then to have them be wiped out as we get close. But that could well be what actually just happens. So keep an eye out for that. Skink Chief, you can be a specialist. Why the hell not? And what else we got? You're a Skink Chief as well. Specialist, because again, why not? And then end turn as we're careering towards the end game. We literally just need a favour. Oh, hello, Mazdamundi. Are you right? You want me to join your war again? All right. I mean, may as well, right? That's it. That's it. You're going to take him out. You're advancing. This is good. This is Mazdamundi. He's getting shit done, which is what he should be doing. Although, depends how many armies Marathi has. And what are you going to do? You are you're raiding the Greenskins. Interesting. And Clan Pestilence continuing just to surround Itza with agents. You want a peace treaty? I'm going to say no. I'm amazed Itza haven't wiped them out. The only thing I can suggest is there's more armies over there than we can see. And both Itza and Clan Pestilence don't have the strength to wipe each other out. Wow, there's a couple of Empire armies over there. They may well take on Chaos. That could be good to see. What's going on? Are they assaulted? Okay, and you're going to... You're heading over there. You're coming down there. Come on. Come and fight me. Or not. Up to you. You do you. Okay. Lost another settlement, so we're down to 40 out of 40, but that's okay. And yes, looks like the defenders of the Great Plan have relieved the siege of Karon Kar, which, I mean, for the people of Karon Kar, must seem a little bit surprising. Kind of, saved at the last second from an unexpected angle, as a whole host of lizards turn up to destroy Chaos and then wander off after they've done that. But that does sound quite Lizard Man, doesn't it? They see Chaos, they destroy Chaos. It doesn't matter what Chaos was doing, just that it was there. Okay, so that's the thing that's going on, which is fine. Sakul, where is... There you are. Okay, we'll send you after that. You are... Now, there's an army inside the city and an army outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the AI trick against them, which is to move our army over here. Quinoa will lay siege. And then we will hit that army, who will retreat, or at least try to, and then we'll bot them. I'll take the experience, thanks. Right, now, I would love Quinoa to build those siege towers by himself, but frankly, his pudgy little arms just aren't really going to have the... he doesn't have the upper body strength, does he? So we'll break siege, Then we'll lay siege with this army. We'll build some siege towers because I think we're going to need them. We'll do something like that. You can camp up. Camera angle's at a weird angle. That's better. That's better. And then we will recruit some lads. Some disposable lads. Like that. Something like that. 2 turns, and we should be able to take that. No problem. Right. We'll camp up, because we need to heal. Say, we might see Clan Moors wipe the greenskins out, and then we just need the favour. Because we've got 41 of 40 settlements, which is fine. And it looks like, I mean, I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I want to see what's going on. Basically, I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on. Right, so Carl is here. Carl is moving to intercept the Chaos armies. This is exciting. Oh, if anything, slightly more exciting than what's going on in the Badlands, where I'm trying to dodge dwarves and kill greenskins. As it is, it looks like Carl is heading to a climactic confrontation in the cold north. Who will win? I mean, Chaos has taken some attrition. I think their armies have also split up. So I'm thinking that it might be... It might be that Chaos gets wiped out in the north. But then that means there'll be another wave coming. But that will slow them down. Wow, Cult of Pleasure and Mazdamundi just hammering away at each other, which is just how Marathi likes it, actually. Being pounded from every direction. Well. Greenskin's dead. So that's good. Right, so we just need the 1,000 favour now, basically. That Crash Brotherhood dead. Lots of factions getting wiped out. What's Carl up to? I want to see what Carl's up to. Well, whatever it was up to, we didn't see. But still, very exciting. Are the dwarves going to fight back? They're going to go for it. Oh, they've actually got quite a large army here. It's a lot of guns, organ guns, iron breakers. You know what? I don't think... We do have our abilities, which could help. I mean, you know, worst case, we die, right? That's worst case. This is going to be quite a tough fight for Kermit. His army is not Nakai's. And our reinforcements entering the battlefield. And here they come. Yet more Iron Breakers. And Thunderers. And Slayers. And Artillery. Basically, all the things we don't really want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And Kermit's army is, I'm going to be honest, mostly Saurus. Now, Saurus are a fantastic early starting unit. I mean, you can't really get much better than Saurus. Let's see if we can do some damage to this reinforcement stack. Again, just going to eyeball it. It's not too bad. Not too. Also doing some damage. We kind of missed the Iron Breakers, which is unfortunate. But I mean, some of those going straight through those. We've wiped out quite a few units of missile troops, which is good. That's what we need. So our army here is there's a lot of Saurus. There's also some Skinks, and there's not really much else. And the Saurus is a fantastic early unit, but against Iron Breakers, that's only going to go one way. And they've also got quite a few Slayers, who, while they have no armour, they are quite a strong unit. So we've even got Kermit throwing a fireball and killing 2, which isn't great. In come the Saurus to engage. We're going to hold our larger units back so we don't have to engage the Slayers with them. Skinks moving around the flank, and we're going to hit these Thunderers, not Thunderers, Hammerers, sorry, with a lot of Javelins. A lot of Javelins, boys. There we go. Good stuff. Right, reinforcements are on their way, and maybe I should have saved my Whirlwind for this, but mind you, did quite a chunk of damage to those ranged units, which I feel like probably of the units, probably the worst ones. Some Iron Breakers. We're going to charge in with Odaclen. He explodes one dwarf, and he's going to just keep them busy. Little burning head there, which does nothing. Just does not phase them whatsoever. So we're going to throw in a Bernie colony thingy. That one, which does a little bit better. But of course, because it's a vortex, then moves in random directions. Although, it's going to break up this blob, which could be good. Elsewhere, our front line has actually broken. The Giant Slayers breaking through the front line, actually finding Kermit. Kermit's got to float away at high speed. I say high speed, Kermit. Go faster. Go faster. Fortunately, on the right flank, we have managed to break the dwarves, and we're going to move our units back to intercept the Giant Slayers. But, of course, these guys need to be wiped out. They don't break. They just keep fighting. That fire pillar still at it. The Skinks, I'm using them as diversions. Basically, they're a diversionary tactic. We're going to try and chase off these Thunderers and try and pull some of these Iron Breakers back. That fire pillar still going. It's heading for the... Oh, it's gone. How many kills did you get? 40. That's no croak, is it? It's got some Iron Breakers that we're trying to, like, just whittle down. And we're trying to deal with the... satchel charges as well. Fortunately, they're using them on the Raison Hunting Pack. That's a summoned unit, so no big deal there. The Iron Breaker's slowly going down, and we're concentrating the Umbral Tides attacks on these Iron Breakers, getting them a little bit of a crossfire there. Our units in the centre, we're slowly whittling down the Iron Breakers, the Slayers. The Slayers are slowly going down, almost there, but reinforcements are almost here. And we're still fighting off their Lord, and a Thane, and Hammerers, and Longbeards, and some Iron Breakers on that flank. Basically, we need to keep these guys busy for long enough for us to defeat the first wave. If we can defeat the first wave, then we might be okay. Little fireball coming out there and just cutting its way straight through those Iron Breakers. And racking up a good 40 kills for bloody Kermit. What a guy. Iron Breakers now advancing. Still taking quite a lot of fire from the Salamanders there, and they're doing a lot of damage. We're concentrating all of what's left of our units. A lot of our Saurus are now very, very dead. Another little burning head coming out there, seeing if we can just do some damage. I just need to do some damage to them. Did it do any damage? There's some. But now it's heading for my... It's heading for my... Uh-oh. Oh no, that's my own unit. Shit. That was unfortunate. Iron Drakes opening fire on our big old blob over here, which is less an idea. Kermit's being chased around the battlefield by Iron Breakers. More satchel charges coming out. That's less than ideal. But fortunately, Sir Tomat, Miss Piggy, and our Blessed Carnosaur still very, very active. And I don't think at this point that the Dwarf army has much that can stop them, really, apart from the Thunderers. The Thunderers pretty much wiped out. So we just need to concentrate on knocking out those guys. They've still got some Iron Breakers over here. The Salamanders still doing their best. Up to 34 kills. They've almost run out of ammo, though. Down here, the Iron Breakers slowly being chopped down, mostly thanks to Odaclen. Our army is looking a little bit very dead. But fortunately, our dinosaurs still jumping up and down on the dwarves, bursting them open like overripe hairy melons. Ugh, horrible. Wouldn't want to eat one of them. It's very close. This could well be the last battle of the campaign. We're that close. Little fireball coming out there from Kermit. Kermit's up to 109 kills. Raison Hunting Pack just whittling down the Iron Breakers from the rear. The average crocodile's still active, still doing good work. These thunderers causing us a bit of pain. The iron breakers got around behind us somehow. We've got no one to stop them. But fortunately, they won't be very effective against our dinosaur units. The tide of battle is currently in our favour. Raised on hunting pack in the back, just shoot. And the skinks have actually come back to the battle, but we haven't realised. They're just still sat there. We need to take out these thunderers. Now, obviously, these thunderers are actually shielded as well, but not that shielded. Being whittled down, good stuff. It's pretty much just a fight to the last. Dwarf and Saurus just dead all over the place. So many of our units died, but fortunately it looks like we've just managed to turn the tide just as the dwarf army beats a retreat and starts running for it. But I don't think we're in... we can really follow that up. We're in no shape to follow that up. We might have to fall back. Okay, that was fine. That was absolutely fine. Look at that. What a win. Holy shits. Right. Good. Good. Right, so we just need the favour, and Kermit has survived. And despite the I mean, I've carved my way through dwarf territory, haven't I? I mean, I feel like I've smashed my way through, captured a lot of their strong they're still... I've barely dented their strength rank. The dwarves are scary. Very, very scary. There's a lot of them. They're very cranky. But we should be able to take Black Crag. He says. Possibly. And there we go. We have accrued the favour we needed and won the campaign. Holy shit. That was actually probably one of the quicker campaigns I've ever done, which is good. So, I guess next up we're looking at potentially... I don't know, what? Like, I'm thinking... I'm kind of erring towards Wurzag. I kind of feel like some greenskin action. So maybe I'll do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it might be Wurzag. Let's do some Wurzag. There we go. Made the choice. Easy peasy. So there we are. We've won the campaign. Nakai on Mortal Empires. Interesting campaign. Not quite sure about the vassal mechanic, but overall, not bad. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.